Hi guys, Miss Ruth here. Well, here we are again, but that's cool. Well, we're almost through with the 9 fruits of the Spirit, and we've talked about them for seems like forever now. So, do you remember what the fruits of the Spirit are? Well, they're the special gifts that God puts in our hearts when we're Christians. We call them fruits not because we eat them, but because they grow in us like fruit grows on a bush or a tree or a vine. Now, what are the fruits of the Spirit? Do you remember them? Let's say them together: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Who remembers what the fruit is that we talked about last time? That's right. We talked about the 7th fruit of the Spirit, faithfulness. And we learned that faithfulness is being true to your word or actions even when it's hard. Well, today we're going to look at the 8th fruit of the Spirit, gentleness. So, what is gentleness? Well, have you ever been running around really roughly, or playing with your sister rough, or your brother rough, or a friend really rough, or bouncing a ball up against the wall, and your mom or your dad tells you to be gentle? Or have you ever held a newborn baby and your mom or your dad told you, be gentle with her or him? Well, I want you to think for a second about how you handle different things. Do you treat every object the same? Well, I have a hammer and a nail here. Think about this hammer and this nail. When hammering a nail, do you need to take care that you don't break the hammer? No. Do you hammer very softly so that the hammer won't hurt the nail? No. The hammer is made to hit things, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. You can hammer with it as hard as you like, and the hammer will be just fine. I also have a basketball here today. When you're playing basketball with your friends, do you ever worry that you'll hurt the ball when you bounce it? No. You're supposed to bounce a basketball, aren't you? Yes. And you never have to worry about the basketball being hurt. But some things are different. I have something a little different from the hammer, the nail, and the basketball. I have a raw egg. Would you ever treat a raw egg like you treat a hammer and a basketball? Would you ever bang it around like a hammer or bounce it like a basketball? No, of course you wouldn't. You treat a raw egg very gently. So gentleness is when we act with kindness and care towards something or someone. It's pretty easy to see the difference between how we can treat things rough or gentle with our hands. Now let's talk about being gentle with our words. What would happen if a friend of yours or your brother or your sister had a really, really bad day and they were feeling really, really sad? Do you think it would be a good time to tease them, or to be really loud, or to scream and yell at them? No. When someone's hurting or sad, you be gentle with them. You be calm. You might give them a hug. You might speak softly. So that is one example of gentleness. We all speak a lot of words to a lot of people. So our words can be harsh or they can be gentle. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 15, verse 1, that a gentle answer turns anger away, but mean words stir up anger. So what do you think that means? Well, I think it means that if someone is angry and using harsh words toward you, you should use gentle words to calm them down. But if you use hard words too, that will only make the other person angrier. You know, it takes courage and effort to respond in gentleness. But responding with gentleness brings peace. Can you think of anyone you know that is a good example of being gentle? Well, I can. Jesus. When we read about Jesus in the Bible, he was gentle to people who were hurting, who were sad, or who needed help. When Jesus healed people who were blind, sometimes he did it just by a touch. Or when little children ran up to Jesus, he was gentle with them, and he took care of them, and he held them. Remember, some words are mean, and they can feel like a hammer striking your heart and mind. And even though someone may look tough on the outside, like this hammer, on the inside, I want you to remember that we are all gentle and fragile like this egg. God wants us to be like Jesus, and he will help us to learn how to show gentleness to everyone we meet with our actions and our words. Will you pray with me? Dear Jesus, thank you for being gentle with us, even when we're hurting or when we're sad. Help us to learn to be gentle with others so we can be like you. Amen. Bye, guys. It's been fun. As always, see you next time. Remember, your words are very powerful. So use gentle words and gentle actions to turn away anger. Smooches.